Hey guys, today we're headed up to the crotch region of Michigan, which is basically right here at the crotch of the thumb. I have a buddy of mine who has a bunch of old oak slabs that have been drying out for over 10 years. He's not going to do anything with them, so he said he'd give them to me. So I'm going to take the drive up there and pick these up, haul them back here and see what we can make with them. It's always an adventure in America's high five. This is where we're going. The crotchal region is what I call it. Okay, it's 9:45. We're on our way. Should be about 2 hours, 5-minute drive. Long ass drive to look at a man's wood. All right, they're just gonna keep coming because I don't really have anything else. I don't have any really good jokes. This is the kind of wood we got. It's black oak. It's about 2.5 inches thick. It's rough sawn from a tree up north. They milled it right on site, right after it fell. So it's really just kind of pristine. Doesn't have any nails or crap in it like you find down here. It's not reclaimed. It's fresh from up north. Just like pristine wood. Virgin, if you will. Virgin. It still has the saw marks in it from where they milled it right on site. You can see they probably used like a 30-inch blade and cut these boards down super thick, super nice. These will plane up really beautifully and just make for a great table. I'm really excited to get these into the shop and see what we can do to them and how they look after they're planed and joined. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. There, man. Damn. Awesome. That's fucking oak, man. Yeah, it's oak. Oh, I thought you said it was black walnut. Black oak. Black oak. Cool. We'll do this one more, then we'll switch. All right.
Water beer taps. These are going to be dirty blinds and JVPs.
I have a few voids in my knots and stuff, knot holes in that wood that I got, and so I'm going to fill them with a 2-part resin, epoxy. I have a little bit of black dye I'm going to add to it just to make it look kind of cool. So what I'm doing now is I'm mixing up the 2-part epoxy. I already have it marked out on my high-tech cup here. And I'm gonna pour these two in, mix these two together, add the color, and I'm gonna go outside and fill in the voids on that table. So let's just do this. Roughly 2 parts of the resin, 1 part of the epoxy. If I can get it open. Child-proof. There we go. I thought I was gonna have to get a child. Yeah, that's roughly 2-to-1 ratio. I don't think you need a ton of this stuff. we're gonna make it nice and black. See how quick that turned black? Ooh, that dye is potent. Not potent. What's the word I'm looking for? That dye is super concentrated. It's super concentrated dye. But this will dry up nice and dark and black. Should look cool when I sand it all back. I think I watched too much Three Stooges when I was a kid. Isn't that what they did when they were like painting or doing some random manual labor task? Except I don't have anyone to slap me in the head. My wife's at Pilates. She does not like my joke. This is the little syringe that I'm going to use to fill that up. All right, so here we are out in the garage. You can see these little holes that I'm going to fill right here. One there. There's one there. But who knows where that goes? That could go way down into here. It's a bug or something. A little one here, and then there's a big one right here. And so I got a little warpage on one of the boards. So these are these steel edges. These will go on the bottom. Oh, fastened in there. And that should hopefully take some of the bows out of it. So we'll see how that works. But I'm gonna. Ooh, that's another one. Some of them are pretty cool though. I don't want to fill every little hole. I just want to make sure. I don't want to fill it. All right, so we're gonna get you hooked up here, and let's put down a piece of cardboard or something. Watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat. Too much Bugs Bunny. All right, here we're gonna start this first one here. So let's see how this goes. Squirt it into the hole. You want to slightly overfill it so you can sand it back just a little bit more. These little syringes are great for this. You guys are good for the first one. A little bit proud, but epoxy wasn't setting up. I think it was too cold out in the garage. So I brought them in and I set these up, but some of the epoxy leaked out because it wasn't fully cured. It leaked out like just very minor. So what I'm doing now is I chipped out the stuff that I thought was a problem, and now I'm just kind of refilling some of the areas. Eek. Camera fell. Damn it. Okay, so we got the voids filled in the table with the epoxy, and now we're going to go out. We're going to try to level them down a little bit because they're a little high. I'm going to take my Dremel and see if I can just level them down. They're very small. To drill the angle line so I can attach it to the bottom and get this tabletop all sturdy to put the legs on. Right now we're going to drill that steel to keep all the boards together. This is a project where you don't need a whole lot of woodworking tools, and this is specifically what I set this up. You could do this with boards from the Home Depot, just 2x12s or 2x10s or whatever you can find, and just marry them up, put that angle iron on the bottom. You can make yourself a nice desktop. So I didn't want to have to use a lot of tools. I didn't want to have to join them. I wanted to be able to have anyone do this that wants to make a quick little desk. If you want legs, contact me. I'll make you some legs. You can get a really cool desk. So I'm gonna go drill these, and we'll be right back. Okay, so I'm about to drill this on my nice vintage Delta Milwaukee drill press that I restored. It's like 60 years old. You can't beat the old stuff, man.
You mind if I do it, Jay?
So I gotta cut these down because they're about an inch too long, and it always looks cool on camera when you see all the sparks flying. Okay, so now what I've done is I flipped our boards over, and I'm gonna attach the metal strip to the bottom of the desktop. So I changed my mind. I had these steel pieces on the bottom, and I liked the look of them on the bottom, so I went ahead and just moved them to the top. I think they look cool. It goes with that industrial vibe I was going for, and you know, I don't mind showing, you know, some of the structure and how it's put together. I think that's kind of cool. But here's some of the epoxy that I had sanded down, and then I left some of the little worm eaten pieces so you can see them, and that's fine. I kind of like that distressed look. It's honest to me. There's that big hole, that big knot hole filled with epoxy. There it is so far. It looks pretty good. Put the legs on.
I am not Mr. Lebowski. You're Mr. Lebowski. I'm the dude. So that's what you call me, you know? That or his